Hello and welcome for the first time in a long time to An Old Man Tries. In this case, the game we are trying is Pathfinder Kingmaker, a game developed from the tabletop role-playing system Pathfinder, published by Paizo. I believe it uses the first edition rule set. I used to play a fair bit of Pathfinder back in the day, first edition. I play second edition these days. Have not done anything with the game except start it up and turn off the music. So we're going to click new game. As you can see, I can't load or continue. We'll click new game and probably get a cutscene or something. Oh no, straight into this. Okay, by clicking accept, but that was okay, clearly. Okay, select scenario, or the main story. Explore the stolen lands. A wild territory has been coasted for centuries. Hundreds of kings have risen and fallen in these lands. Now is your time to make your mark by building your own kingdom. To succeed in this, you'll need to survive the harsh wilderness and the menace of rival nations. Then there's also Varnhod's Lot, which is, I'm guessing these are DLC. We will start with the main story. That seems sensible. Critical hits, so lots of options that you can set. Custom story, easy, normal, challenging, hard, unfair. And then you can obviously customize. So normal, enemy damage you suffer from enemies and traps is reduced by 20%. Enemies inflict reduced damage on critical hits. You don't die after suffering a deadly injury for the first time. Instead, you'll get death's door. I mean, we'll play on normal. I don't know if this is changeable in the course of the game. I guess we will see. Kingdom management. So it says that some of these others can be, because this one it clearly says you can't disable it. Only active companions receive, so everyone gets XP. Only skill is the last Atlantic. Only one save slot is available. Immersive mode disables interface. Show tutorial is on. Yeah, I mean, all that seems fine for normal. I've not played the game, so yeah, let's stick with normal. And we're definitely going to create a new character because that's part of the fun, right? So let's go in. Right, so I'm going to create a half-orc cleric because my main was actually D&D 3.5 edition character was a half-orc cleric. None of these pictures really look right for him, but that will do, I guess. And that looks more like him, to be fair. Okay, so I am a half-orc. It seems to have recognised that I've picked a half-orc. I'm right-handed, sure. Body type 1, face 1. I do want to give him some hair. None of those is perfect for him. There's only 7 of them. Not the long hair. Not the top knot. Not too neat. That'll do. So we're a half-orc. We get +2 on one ability score. We are skilled, intimidating. We have orc weapon. Oh, so these are mouse overs. Get an additional skill rank at first level. +2 racial bonus on persuasion checks when used to intimidate. Proficient with great axes and falchions. Treat any weapon with the word orc in its title as a martial weapon. You can fight for one more round. You've got keen senses. Okay. And then body types. Body type 3. I don't really notice a lot of difference between body type 3 and body type 1, but sure, that will do us. Dark hair is right. Nothing to do with our stats yet. I assume we'll get to do more of that in a little bit. Class. We're going cleric. So, base cleric, more than capable of upholding the honour of their deity. Clerics are stalled and capable companions. Load a pre-made build. No, we won't be doing that. Crusader. Militant arm at the church. Herald caller. Unlike Crusaders and Paladins who charge headlong in the battle, adept at calling powerful outsiders, and Ecclesiathurge, issuing physical armor for protection of the strength of their faith. It would be nice to know. So Crusader bonus feat, channel energy. So I suspect that so Paladin is a separate thing. can you be an atheist in a game where the gods are like definitionally, obviously, and really real? I don't get it. So they get cleric proficiencies, they get deity selection, they get channel energy, domain selection, detect magic, crusader bonus feat. I imagine they're slightly worse at casting, but slightly better in battle. I think I'll just go with straight cleric. And we will move on. Deity selection. So we need the kind of lawfully tyrannical we can be the City of Law, King of Hell. Chaotic good's no good. We're not somebody lawful. Rastal, chaotic, Kozra. Oh, it could be lawful neutral. Nature, no. 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 Enlightenment, self-perfection. I mean, that's not impossible, depending on what else there is. Nethys, all-seeing eye, knowledge and magic. Norgorber's all is too evil. Pharasma, goddess of birth, death and prophecy. Too chaotic. Too goody two-shoes, too good. Torag, Stoke and Serious Dwarven God. Lady of Despair. So it's not a perfect match for any of what I'm going to try to do. But of them all, I think that's probably, we'll go with channel positive because it's more powerful. And then we got domains. So, healing domain, you can touch a living creature, standard action, healing it for 1d4 points of damage. Knowledge domain, you become semi-tangible, teaching moment. There's lots of things to do here, isn't there? Touch a lawyer, touch a living, infusing power, they get 11s. Rune domain, strength domain. I'm going to get strength domain. Oh, I get a second one? Okay, well in that case we'll get healing because we're going to need it. And that would be everything, it would seem. Skills! And we can finally adjust stats, can we? We can. We've got 24 ability points. Well, we're going to want to max. How much does it cost to get to 16? 9 points. Got 5 points left. I think that might do us as a starting point. Don't I get a +1 at some point too? Free +1 somewhere. Yes. On wisdom to get me to a 19. Pretty happy with that. Okay, and then well, we're going to want athletics. I assume we need religion, where it's supposed to be a and persuasion for a skill point. Sure, we'll get those to start with, so we can persuade a bit, we can religion a bit, and we can do athleticsy things a bit if we need to. Cool. Next. Okay, there's lots to do. I remember this. Become proficient with heavy armor. Combat casting was always quite useful to use abilities. Extra channel, 2 additional times per day. I mean, it's hard to imagine that that's not going to be a good idea. So extra channel for more healing type abilities.
This will hurt!
Not that I care.
The path is clear.
This will hurt. I have no use for this.
Spell's not working like that. None shall escape! Ah, and damn it all.
We'll go with Grumpy. Cull is his name. I have to select. Okay, we are over here. Lawful neutral. And pick a birthday.
Don't know, don't care.
All right, well that'll do us. I think we are all done. You can auto level up your character in 1%. Hope that's going to go up at some point. Oh, there we go. What up your character and companions using pre-generated builds? No, won't be doing that. I won't continue to kind of do all of this character creation-y type stuff though. Online or on stream, even if I do continue streaming this, which I don't know that I will. But let's get into some actual game, shall we?
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
There we are.
Where are they? This is taking forever. They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
Dumping lots of expedition on us here.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
She's a little bit aggressive.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Kind of floated up the stairs there.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
So he's apparently a middle-aged man with bushy sideburns and a monocle and a beaming smile, but we don't actually get a picture of him.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder.
Sounds a bit sketchy, doesn't it? There's some land over there. Just go grab it, proclaim yourself Baron, and we'll back you.
Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
Yeah, there's lots of us. Who's going to get the title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question.
She takes a long pause, waiting for the voices to die down as everyone directs their attention towards her.
We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Okay, so why not just recognize this Stag Lord as the Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
You know how to make friends and influence people, don't you?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
Okay. What do you gain from this?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
I get the impression we're not supposed to like this guy.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
Noticing you've heard her comment, she winks at you coyly. I'm not going to bother asking what rewards can we expect. I think they kind of summed that up already, and I'm not seeing myself as driven so much by that as by a belief in law and order. So we're going to go on with, yeah, okay. Clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
Okay. And now
Hi,
here we go.
my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this Stag Lord a lesson?
I'm going to be reading it. Cull, pleased to meet you. It's probably an exaggeration, but, you know, let's be polite.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something.
Sure, Lindsay, what is it?
How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
A book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Okay, not a bad plan. I'm not going to suggest somebody else as the boss. Or say I've got nothing against Tartuccio. He's kind of a jerk. Yeah, I'll come and speak to you, write them down. Deal!
All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning. Okay,
so there we are. And we've got powers, obviously. So we've got First step on the road to glory. Okay. There was something to do, but we've got an objective now, which is to leave the hall. So what we've got here is Bless spell, Shield of Faith spell, Enlarge Person spell, Heal the Living, Strength Surge, Rebuke Death, which is healing again. Movement, click on the location you want to move to, and your character will start moving. Location marked with special symbol. If it's inaccessible, symbol will appear in the nearest accessible location. Great, so here we got Tartuccio, Amiri, Adventurer, Jathal, Adventurer. Well, we're going to talk to the people with name. Well, maybe not Tartuccio. I don't know that we need to speak to him, but we're going to talk to the people with names. I assume we just click on them to talk to them. Okay, so just clicking on them just pops up a... We've got a thing on the side here. Oh, we've got lots of things that we can put on hotbars, it would seem. So then we just have to leave the hall, which I assume is down the bottom there, because I don't see any other way. Okay, we can use the arrow keys, because moving off this side just doesn't actually scroll. You have to kind of sit just off. So we'll just use the arrow keys to move the wrap around. Adventurer, Harrim. Well, I mean, let's talk to him and see if he actually says anything. No, he just says everything is doomed. Okay. Yeah, so use the arrow keys and then click on the icon to exit. I think performance would be better if I put this on the solid state hard drive, but my SSD is quite an old one. It's not that big, and this game is about 40 gig.
Help! Help!
What's going
on?
on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help.
Okay.
Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers, or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Works for me. As if to lend credence to Lindsay's word, a scream echoes from the hallway. Okay, well... can I... Oh, no, I can't move out there. You're not going anywhere. Okay, fine. So combat happens in real time. You can pause the game by pressing space. Click on an opponent to attack them. Dice rolls, most of the game's mechanics based on Pathfinder, first edition. Most common die is 20 sides. Initiative after the battle starts. Each combatant makes an initiative check. The higher initiative, the earlier they can act. Attack roll is the attempt to strike. It succeeds if it equals or exceeds the target's armor class. Damage is rolled. Armor class is how hard you are to hit. Sure.
Yeah!
Right, so I beat him for initiative. I assume I actually have equipment. I do have equipment. I have a heavy mace and a shield. And some other things. Oh, we're going to walk up, pause and press the game, press space. I think we're just going to walk up and hit him. And then you can loot him, which you just do by collect all. So what have I got on at the moment? I've got studded leather on. That is better armor than I had. He has a dagger. I have a better weapon than that. You can interact to loot, and you can use tab, which is handy. Tab tells you what's interactable by highlighting it. Follow Lindsay quickly. Journal. Lindsay's journal indicates your current quests. They got someone we have to help.
Hey, entertainment!
So who's going? Carl is going by the looks of it.
Out of my way! I don't like you!
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory.
Uh-huh.
Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the Stolen Lands. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Uh-huh. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. What have they got? Daggers, presumably? Oh, I'll collect them all. Do I really want to? I don't know anything about this. Oh, it's a bonus to armor class. Okay, so it does tell you what it does, so it makes you harder to hit. Fair enough. Double click it or drag it. Okay, fine. Oh, you can actually select them. Cool. You can select them. Yep. Several members in your party now. Collect all. It'd be good if it actually sort of told you. I assume that's not the door it wants us to open, but just check. No, it's blocked from the other side. Okay, so I think it wants us to go this way. Yep, it does want us to go
Serves
this way.
you right.
Okay, advanced combat. They're capable of casting spells, as am I. To use a spell, click on its icon and then click the target or your commanding enemy depending on the desired effect. Most characters have user abilities, which limited the number of charges. To use an ability, click on its icon. Attacks opportunity. Provide an attack when they're waiting for the opponent's turn. Hold shift plus space to go to tactical mode. Nice, I've got to remember that. So what can she actually do? She can do ear-piercing scream. She can cure light wounds. She can daze. And she can inspire courage, which she's got lots of. I think I'll tell her to inspire courage. All right. I need to remember that I need to... Can't... Tartuccio might be annoying, but he does actually do quite a lot of damage. Every character has a certain number of hit points. When it reaches 0, they lose consciousness. After the combat is over, they'll get up and can be trolled again. They can drop it to negative numbers. The characters have some negative hit points, but when it comes equal to their constitution score, they die. To resurrect them, you need a special spell. You can use healing potions or rest or spells to heal. To use expendable items such as scrolls, potions, and rods, open them and use them. Yep, okay, I don't think we took all that much damage, to be honest. So that was that door that we were at earlier. Cool. Can you two guys move up? There's a tendency to pop things in odd places sometimes. Loot everything. Tartuccio doesn't care about people. So I wonder if in the settings Can I... There was a limit. Graphics. Is it in here? There was something to restrict. Alright. Controls, maybe? Screen edge scrolling. That was the camera scrolling when it approaches the edge. So it is turned on. Enable scrolling beyond. If I turn that off, does that work better? No, not really. Okay. Have to use this then. I assume all that stuff is going to be useful at some point, so let's steal everything we can.
For Gorum!
Something going on here? Oh, it's Amiri.
It's the end for you rats!
You dare to attack me? Oh!
Okay, well that didn't take very long.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down. Blood for Gorum!
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
Collect all the stuff, and let's head over here. Oh, cutscene time. That's not going to go well for them. We just apparently sat there and waited for that to happen, I guess. There's lots to collect. There's a thing to look at. Passage is blocked. You can't make it through. That's not an exit, so I'm assuming we're going this way. Okay, that's locked. So, sometimes interacting with an object requires a skill check. Successful check may be needed for a variety of reasons. Unlocking a door, moving a chest, disabling a trap. Some checks can be attempted multiple times. Others cannot. Or they can only be retried after a character raises their skill. Okay. And this is a dexterity check, which is something my character is not terribly good at, but I'm assuming she will be good at. Okay. We've got assassins who don't appear to have noticed us, so let's go beat them up.
Now I am angry.
Yes.
It's no use. It's no use.
I can't cast it on myself. Can I cast it on her? No. How about then we'll do that. Okay, now we're a lot better. Got our hit points back. Collect all of that.
Anything else?
Oh, lots of things to... Yeah, I know about the highlighted things.
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
We'll go with no distractions. If you haven't forgotten, they're trying to kill us.
Finally, a voice of reason.
Do what you want. I don't care. It was just a suggestion. But there's a lot of money in that chest, and with all these bandits running around, it wouldn't be any better if they stole it.
Okay. So we're encumbered, which is fine. We need to look at people's... So she has a ring that prevents her from dying. Handy. She has a light crossbow. She can't use anything that's in red. She has leather armor on, so she could upgrade to studded, I'm assuming. But then she's a bard who casts arcane spells, I think. In this edition. We have potions we should probably get on hot bars. What are these? Scrolls. Scroll of Bless. Scroll of Cure Light Wounds. Potion of Cure Moderate. Okay, so it only brings one across at a time. Okay. Cool, so what do we got here? A breastplate, which is medium armor. Can I wear that? No. Sorry, banded mail, which is heavy armor. Let's move you down. So I can wear a breastplate, which is better than the chain shirt that I have on. So I will do that. I am carrying a light shield and a heavy mace. Got all sorts of stuff here. Copper ring. Ink. Padded armor. Club. Daggers. Torches for light. Hide armor. Let's get all of our armors down here. So what do we got? Here's a Chaotic Evil. Yeah, I want to keep him around. Something or other. Sorcerer. Bard. She can use a bow. Does less damage. So it doesn't seem as good. So you could get a second weapon set of a dagger. Which seems like it would be useful. Okay, and we are somewhat encumbered at the moment. Yeah, because they're £10, and what are they worth? 1 gold. How do I get rid of it? That way. They're heavy and... useful. No one in the party can actually carry that, and it's very heavy for its value. Short bows are not, meanwhile. So what I'm thinking is we keep the lighter stuff. Stuff that's got good weight to value. This is not the best. Got a Watchkeeper's Key. We are still heavily equipped, presumably because of all this armour. Heavy mace, which is what I'm carrying. Oh, that'll do for now. Don't want to spend too much time looking at stuff. Let's head on.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do you mean undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
It's a bit unfortunate that she's not actually rendered on the map for that conversation. You encounter many traps on your adventures. Whenever you have to approach this trap, they'll remain perception check. On a success, you see the location. The game will automatically pause. Make a trickery skill check to disable it. So I assume that somewhere there's inventory, spellbook, map, character. We can see who's actually... So she's got +7 trickery. I have nothing, obviously. He's got 2. So she's our best. We can see all of their characters. Which I will look into in more detail later. So we did all that already. Yeah, okay. Oh, they're worth keeping. Do I need to select her, or will she just do it because she's got the best skill? Looks like she'll just do it because she has the best skill.
I see something.
Actually, reminds me I should probably look at who she is. So what is she? When she's at home? She's an Inquisitor. Okay, what is she? She's got light and medium armor proficiency. What armor is she actually wearing? She's wearing chainmail, which is pretty good. Better than anything else we could give her right now. Okay, well we'll stick with what we've got then. We're in the heavy weight right now. We will instruct Lindsay to deal with that, hopefully.
Applause, please.
Scrolls, single-use items. Yep, I know all this. So it's not clear to me which way it wants us to go. Probably this way, I'm thinking. Assassins. What are you dallying for? Telling you Jamali's cash has to be here somewhere. Well, hurry it up. Someone's coming.
Hey! You deserved it.
All that. Find and open a cache in the mansion. Okay, well we need to get... I mean, these we don't care about. They're kind of heavy for what they're worth. So there's something to do here, obviously. Okay. So they seem to flip one another. I mean, they just seem to alternate. Hitting them again just flips them. Okay, maybe we'll...
Will this ever end?
Maybe we'll learn something further up. Aha. There are 4 in here. Okay, so you do that one and that one. And that one there. You do those 2. You lower those. So do we have to get them all up? Or all down? Probably all up. So this is one of those pattern things. So we've got everybody up except you. You go up, you put those 2 down, but nothing else. Okay. You alternate those 2 and those 2 only. You alternate him and him. And you alternate him and him and him. Yeah, this is the... I mean, you know... Can I have somebody near both of them so that they're actually all interactable at the same time to see if these do anything as well? Yes, I can. Okay, so you alter both of those and that one. And you alter both of those and that one. So... I mean, I can play with this for ages. It's going to be really boring to watch, though. So I think we might end it there, because I am going to play with it. I mean, did you play Baldur's Gate and like Baldur's Gate? Because this is Baldur's Gate. And it seems like a fairly good Baldur's Gate so far. I might show more of this intermittently. I'm certainly not going to show the whole thing. I'm sure there's going to be stacks and stacks of it. But that gives you a sample of what it is. If it looks like your sort of thing, check it out. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one.